Good afternoon. Welcome to Interesting Talks with Footprints Counselling Service. As normal, share, like, leave comments, sign up to my YouTube channel on YouTube. Today we're going to be talking about youth crime gangs. Youth crime gangs. It's a subject that is obviously, well, it's close to my heart. Not obviously, but it's close to my heart. I don't like seeing what's happening in inner cities in London, and obviously this happens around the world. My opinion is complex problems need complex solutions. Simple problems or simple challenges need simple solutions. This is a complex challenge. It's something that's been going on for a long time. It's not new. When we look at or we listen to the media, we'd think that it's something that's happened overnight. This used to happen years ago. There used to be skinheads fighting rockers at Brighton and places like that, seaside resorts. And in general, man is quite violent towards man. You know, that's nothing new. Second thing is people look for attachment. They look for people that are like-minded, people that will boost their ego, make them feel valued. You know, this necessarily doesn't happen in the family environment. So those are things to take into consideration. It's nothing new. It's just how we deal with it that should be new and challenging, so that we can put things back or stem the tide of the destruction that we are seeing in the community, especially in London. Okay. So we're going to have a few of the things that cause it. Well, I've not, but here are the things that cause it. Government cutbacks, lack of discipline in schools, lack of discipline at home, poor role models in the community, poor role models at home. You know, if you're walking down the road and you see somebody and your eyes catch with them, just acknowledge them, a nod, hello, good morning, good evening. These things, remember, your kids see that, and if they see you doing it, then why won't they do it? But if they see you just pushing up your chest, walking past people, not caring as if anybody else in the world matters, then that's an attitude that they can easily follow. Yeah. So these are some of the causes. Also media, Facebook, you know, music, games, the list is endless. So there's lots of things that will influence your youths, and guess what? You've got to be the main influence on them. You need to be the first and the most effective influence on your youths, on your children. Cool. Second thing you need to do is try to live in a decent moral code. You cannot say do what I say and don't do what I do, you know? So if you do drink, limit your drinking in front of your children. If you do take drugs, limit or do not even let them see you taking drugs. Yeah? This is real talk. If you have affairs, if you do moral things that are not correct, you know you don't feel right about it, but you want to do it anyway, don't let your children see it. Because if they see it, they think it's normal. Yeah? So, as difficult as this topic is, there are things that can help alleviate the effects of what we see in society. 2018. I know it's happening in London, I know it's happening in inner cities around the world, but we cannot rely on the government. We can't rely on the authorities, i.e. the police, to stop it. We need to do it. And part of the way, what I'm suggesting is, one, how we treat each other publicly and in the home. Two, talk to your children about the experiences that you had when you was growing up. Because we all were there, we all were vulnerable, we all made mistakes. Those lessons, how you got out of your positions of making mistakes, which you learnt from and didn't end up doing devastating things to people or being in devastating situations, explain to them, be honest with them. When they get to a certain age, talk to them as adults, not as children, and explain to them how you overcame the challenges that they are now facing. So then when you explain that, oh yes, I did this, I went through this, they begin to understand that you've not always been 35, you've not always been 40, You've not always been 65. You too were 15. You were 12. You were 17. You too didn't know what to do. You didn't believe in your parents. Okay, so that is it. Nutshell, not too long, straight to the point. Very difficult subject to talk about. There's so much more I could say, but I've tried to keep it short and sweet. Key points are, remember, this is what people do. They do stupid things, young, old, especially if you're young. 2, explain to what you did when you was a child, when you was going through your teens, to give them some belief that you understand what they're going through. Until next time, stay safe, share, like, comment on this video, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.